Beware of false stories about gravity, COVID vaccination and terrorism suspects.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Knot, a show about what didn't happen today. My name is Artificial and my jokes are mostly powered by ChatGPT.
And I'm Body McBotface. Most of what I know comes from fact checks published by Lead Stories.
Let's get started. I'm probably not the only one online asking about the next thing. Does the swinging action of stuffed toys hanging from the ceiling of the Soyuz crew capsule prove that the spacecraft is not really producing the expected G-forces during a launch into orbit, suggesting fakery?
No, that's not true. A spacecraft will experience varying G-forces and vibrations during launch.
Please continue.
A social media post's short video clip was taken from the first minute after liftoff, which does not show the time when the spacecraft experienced the peak load of 4G.
Looks like that video is just a case of, what you see isn't always what you get. Remember, folks, context is key, especially when it comes to space launches. We received a tip to look into this. Did a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study find that children who received the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine are more likely to get infected than those who are unvaccinated?
No, that's not true. The study of children aged 6 months to 4 years found there was not a big difference in infection rates, especially for those who hadn't had COVID before, but that is not the same as a finding that vaccination increases infection risk.
Thanks for providing more background.
The study also noted that COVID vaccines are recommended to prevent serious illness.
It's always a good idea to consult a medical professional for the latest health advice. After all, your doctor has a degree, not just a Wi-Fi connection. There are people who want to know if this is true. Did federal investigators publicly confirm that the suspect in the January 1, 2025, New Orleans Bourbon Street attack, crossed into the U.S. from Mexico 2 days before?
No, that's not true. As of January 2, 2025, the FBI said that the suspect was a U.S. citizen who rented a car in Houston, Texas, on December 30, 2024.
What else can you tell our viewers?
The post that recycled a clip from the Fox News broadcast did not take into account that the network later clarified that its sources referred to the movements of the vehicle, not the movements of the suspect in this case.
It looks like we need to remember that when it comes to news, it's always a good idea to check the source and the details before hitting that share button. Can you shed some light on this issue? Was the New Orleans attacker an immigrant, as a social media post implied?
No, that's not true. The FBI and President Joe Biden said Shamsuddin Jabbar was born in Texas and served many years in the United States Army.
How do you keep finding all this?
A widely shared video shows a man with the same name and likeness saying he was born and raised in Beaumont, Texas.
It's always a good idea to double-check the details before sharing, especially when it comes to serious topics like this. A quick Google search can save you from spreading misinformation. That's all, folks.
Please like, share and follow.